Well, after a highly emotional episode 3 where I literally ran into the wilderness, I decided for episode 4 here, I'm gonna need a little help from my friend, beer. At Three Weavers Brewery down here in Inglewood, we've got the Browns just coming off a huge Odell Beckham trade. Everybody thinks they're the favorite for this honor. We've got the 49ers, a great post-hype sleeper team. We've got the Colts, who are building the infrastructure for a potential dynasty. And of course, the Bears are still hanging around. It's gonna be a good day. We're gonna drink some beer, break some hearts, but we're also gonna find love. I'm gonna get this much closer to finding out who I'll be a lifelong fan of in 2019. Team doesn't show up in 2017. They're not even showing up to our conversation. Oh, thanks for finally stopping by. 49ers, I've got to admit, you guys have been one of the top contenders pretty much from the jump. You guys fit the archetype perfectly for the team I'm looking to be a lifelong fan of in 2019. So while you've got a good shot at this, I need you to pitch me here. I'm gonna need you to sell me on being a Niners fan.
I think the thing about the Niners is last year we were devastated by injuries. Starting in the preseason, and Garoppolo, of course, went out with a devastating ACL in week 3. I think this is your chance to get on a team that's on the rise, a team that hasn't made the playoffs. The Niners have a chance to really break through. We haven't made the playoffs in a few years. I think Kyle Shanahan's ready to return the franchise to its former glory.
You make a good point about kind of them as a post-hype sleeper team, because if you look at, they'd stand out among the other 3 teams we have here. You guys represent a unique opportunity. Your fans have been very welcoming. I don't say this to everybody. I like your chances, don't tell the others. Drink to that. So one of the more difficult questions that I have to answer today is, how do I really feel about the Browns? Obviously, they made it to the Final Four. I think most people expected that. And now that this Odell Beckham trade has happened, of course, I want to be a Browns fan. They could be the best offense in the NFL. They're going to be one of the most exciting teams. But I'm running into the issue that the bandwagon is going to be full. And, you know, I actually got to talk to Browns tight end David Njoku, and he even kind of brought that point up. I had you guys in the Final Four before the OBJ trade. But am I gonna be too much of a bandwagon fan now if I jump on today?
Correct, sir.
So I will be a bandwagon fan.
Correct.
And ever since then, the decision, while it seemed so clear earlier, has become a lot harder. So the Colts. Now, you guys have a great infrastructure set up for years to come, but why should I be a lifelong Colts fan in 2019?
Well, Matt, let's be real. We have a young team. We had the rookie class of the year. We had the defensive rookie of the year with Darius Leonard. We had the comeback player of the year with Andrew Luck. We've got coach of the year. So I think it's going to be, you know, a young team that's going to really progress in the future. Last year was a comeback year, and we went to the playoffs. We were 10-6. You know, I think it's a great time to be a Colts fan.
I like what you're saying, and I actually will take it one step further. I think they could be set up to be the next dynasty in the NFL, given the resources they have, given the coach they have, the GM they have, the quarterback they have. I mean, that is an enviable package for any NFL team. And I'll say the Colts fans have been nothing but welcoming, sort of a quiet confidence.
Yeah.
Don't tell everyone else, but I like your chances.
Me too.
Drink to that. Look, I don't think that the Bears were expected to make it this far. Frankly, I'm a little surprised that they're here in the Final Four. You know, they were the team I was a lifelong fan of in 2018. I've never gone back-to-back on a single team before. So, but you have to admit, they've made the best case by far. No fan base has reached out like the Bears have. I mean, even players have gotten involved. The Chicago community as a whole continues to court me back, and I'm having a very difficult time not heeding their call. 4 teams: Browns, 49ers, Colts, and the Bears. I can make a case for all of them, but as one of my, I'm not gonna say best friends, but my closest friends, I need you to help me. What should I do?
As a Packers homer, as you called me out for numerous times, I would say get the Bears right out of there.
Okay, well, please, remove your bias.
Objectively, I can understand your case, but they're the flavor of the week right now. Everybody loves Matt Nagy. Everybody loves the fact that they got Khalil Mack, and that is not your style at all.
No.
You can't get on board with the Bears or the Browns.
The harder question, what about the Colts and 49ers? Which Between the two, I'm having a lot of trouble.
Well, you've got two conflicting ideologies here with the Colts and 49ers. You've got the 49ers, their long history of success, and their obnoxious "who's got it better than us" catchphrase.
That's terrible.
And then with the Colts, you've got a more recent run of success. The arrival of Frank Reich, the resurgence of Andrew Luck. But I think, ultimately, deep down, you're just going to have to look into your heart. I can't tell you who to choose in here. This is your journey, Matt.
This has been mildly helpful. I'm glad you're here for this.
Great, and that'll be $300 for my services.
Bill my agent. Bill my agent.
Who's your agent?
That's not important. Well, this is it. We've arrived at the moment where I have to cut 2 teams from the Final Four. Should we move on to next week? Guys, why is there a 5th beer? I'm only 14.
I'm back.
You gotta be kidding me.
Got this dark beer for you for the Raiders because they're the dark horse, and I think you should still consider them now that we have Antonio Brown on our roster.
Okay, I don't know how many times I have to tell you I am not going to be a Raiders fan in 2019.
Then why would you drink the beer?
Because I like beer. Now get the hell out of here. I have things to do. Bye.
You're gonna regret
Goodbye.
this decision.
I doubt it. Now back to business. One of the harder decisions here has been what to do with the Cleveland Browns. I so badly want to be a lifelong Browns fan in 2019, but after several conversations, including one with David Njoku himself, I'm not going to be a lifelong Browns fan in 2019, not because I don't want to, but because it's the right thing to do. You don't deserve bandwagon fans, you deserve real fans. The Browns are out. Now, I have decided that because of the compelling case that they continue to make, the Bears are going to be moving on to the next round. I know, it's unprecedented. I've never been a fan of a team 2 years in a row, but I'm keeping the Bears in the mix. Now, I have to cut either the Colts or the 49ers. This one has been the hardest decision of the series so far. I've never picked a team that has been to the playoffs the year before I was a fan of them. And because of that, I'm sorry, the Colts are out. So here we have it. I'll either be a lifelong fan of the 49ers in 2019, or I'll be back as a Bears fan, a lifelong Bears fan in 2019. This is great. 49ers and Bears. I love it, man. I mean, both these teams
Broke my heart!